Hello friends. In this video we are going to talk about 7 steps to help you and your spouse become a team when it comes to finances and setting goals.
I'm Jay, this is Krista, and this is Say I Do Forever. This channel is all about helping couples to strive and to become closer together and have a better marriage. If you like this video and want to see more videos, just hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell, hit the bell so you can get notifications on future videos, and we'll help you right along.
Are you and your spouse on the same page when it comes to finances? Do you both agree on all the things you need to spend money on? If you've answered no to any of these questions, this video is definitely for you. Did you know that most fights are money fights when it comes to marriage? That's like the number one, and it's actually a high part of the divorce rate is when people don't agree on money. So this is a huge topic. Money, goals. You're taking 2 different people from 2 different backgrounds, 2 individual people, and you're combining them into, they've just got married, they are now one. So this is going to be the hottest topic and fight amongst couples. So if you have answered no to those questions, you're not alone. We've answered no to those questions in the past, but
yes,
we've learned through the years to get on the same page and work as a team.
Yep.
And that is the key. Where
we can still have fun, but we can still save.
Exactly. So we can have the best of both worlds.
Yep.
So we have 7 steps. Watch all the way to the end if you want all 7 steps. And the most important thing to working as a team is learning how to communicate and how to understand each other. These 7 steps are going to help you with that. So our first step is identify your personalities. And one personality is not better than another personality. Just because one person, Dave Ramsey calls it the nerd and the free spirit. I'm the nerd.
I'm the free spirit.
But we've learned how to take those 2 personalities and still work them out in and both be happy. Also, I was watching a video earlier this week by, I think his name is Jimmy Evans. He's from XO Marriage. He has great advice. And he actually was quoting from Kenneth, it's Gould or Gold, not quite sure, but I will link that video in the description.
Down below,
or I'll
yeah.
actually have him link it in the description.
I'll do it.
So anyways, this was a really good video. It was talking about money and marriage and your different personalities, and this Kenneth Gould had 4 money languages, and what they are is, number 1, the driver, and that means money means success to the driver. 2 is amiable, and money means love. It's how you look at money. The analytic is money means security. Expressive, money means acceptance and respect. So each of these personalities are looking at money a different way. And so when you get 2 different personalities coming to the table as one, you end up, having some fights. However, you don't want to have the same personality, because each of these types have weaknesses as well. So if you both had the same strengths, you'd both have the same weakness. So you want a mix. And immediately when we saw this this little video, we knew exactly who we were. I'm analytic. Money means security to me. It means it wards off problems and fears. Money means, so when I am looking at budgets and stuff, I'm wanting to create security. I'm wanting to create a safe savings account.
And I'm amiable. I like to give money. I like to.
It means love.
Yeah, that's how I show love. I like to give gifts. I like to help people. If I see somebody that's struggling, I'll take and help them out, whether it's like a power bill, groceries, whatever, or if we have family friends here, I'll buy them something because I like to give. I like to do that.
And my weakness being I'm analytic.
Yeah, analytical.
My weakness being analytic is that maybe I put too much emphasis on the money being the security, and I'm not giving God the place of being my security, or my husband being my place of security. And so I can panic easy. And what is your weakness in you're amiable.
Amiable, I think maybe mine is giving away the farm because I want to help people.
Well, and when you buy a gift, if you go to the store,
that is a downside.
You buy me like candy bars or whatever I like because you bring it home because you're saying that I love you. I just bought you.
Yeah,
something.
you're thinking about your spouse.
And when I make you put money in savings, I'm saying I love you. I care about your future.
Yeah, and I'm saying, why is it all going in there?
So just learning each other's. Ironically, we're talking on Friday about love language, and there's a money language as well. There's a lot of little things here. So that was a really good thing, and it's important to be different.
Yeah.
So our number 2 step is identify your roles. So what does that mean? There's a lot of people who are like, well, the man should always be the one taking care of the finances, or maybe the woman should be the one.
You need to get rid of the stigma or the stereotypical, this is who should do it. What it should be, and her and I have talked about this, and we've watched others, is whoever that is their strong suit, that is the person that should handle the finances. That doesn't mean it's a cop-out for the other person that's bad at finances or that isn't have a strong point to finances. It means that the one that's weaker at finances still needs to sit down with the one that's stronger with finances.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's not a cop-out. And if the wife is stronger with finances and a budget, then she should be leading the charge. If the husband is the one that's stronger at the finances, then he should be leading the charge. So, I mean, I think over the years, everybody's been like, the man should do the finances. It's like, not if he's terrible at it. Or
vice versa. There's some people who say women have a better handle on those things. Not necessarily. It just depends on...
Some probably don't, but some probably do. It just depends on the personalities and who's stronger at the financial.
Yeah, exactly. So what these 7 steps are, these are conversation starters. These are, you need to come together and you need to have a discussion. Okay, what is our personalities? Let's figure that out together. Let's discuss it. Don't figure it out on your own. Sit down and discuss these 7 questions.
Yeah.
And what am I better at? And what are you better at? And what can you... Our cat's jumping over the fence.
Always does.
There's always craziness around here. Yep. Cats, squirrels, dogs.
Yeah. Everybody birds.
I know. So, anyway, back to where we were. We do not edit, as you can tell.
Nope. What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. Cats jumping over fences and the works.
Yep.
But anyway, so sit down and discuss what your personalities are, where your weaknesses are, where your strengths are. Discuss what roles. Sit down and say, okay, who's going to sit down every month and pay the bills? Who's going to figure out the budget? Don't leave it all on one person, and they're going to start being bitter and feel like they have a workload. Yep. Or maybe if that person is home more, it's okay. Each relationship's going to be totally different. Don't compare the outside of someone else's relationship to the inside of yours.
Yeah.
And don't try to do a cookie cutter just like everybody else's relationship. Sit down together. You are a team. This is you have a unique marriage, unique personalities. Come in together as a team. So both of you work on it, figure out who's best at what, and put that into action. And then if it doesn't work out, fix it and do it a little bit different. Number 3, go ahead.
Identify fears. What is your deepest fear when it comes to money? When you understand your spouse's deepest fears, you want to be a team player.
Yes. So often when there's anger or fighting, there's a fear behind it.
There's an underlying issue.
So come together and discuss, what's your biggest fear when it comes to money? Are you afraid of not having enough? Are you afraid of not having freedom? Are you afraid? What's your biggest fear? Discuss that with your spouse. I was watching one of the little Dave Ramsey's radio things, and he was talking to a husband and wife team, and I can't remember because I've seen so many of them. What the husband was afraid that they were going to go financially bankrupt. That was his biggest fear, and it rocked him to the point where he guarded it and was protective of it and everything. And once the wife realized what his greatest fear was, she decided, I can be his team player. I don't want him to be fearful. I'm going to jump on board and do everything I can to help him so he does his big fears. So understanding, communicating your fears, communicating your wishes is going to help you both understand each other and work together as a team.
There's also another thing too that could be a fear of the husband or the wife, is the way that they watched their parents with their finances. If they watch their parents struggle, then the husband or the wife might have that fear or that reluctance to give up 100% of dealing with the finances. If they watch the dad mismanage or just figured out that the dad was mismanaging the money and they struggled, then that's going to be the problem. If they watch the mother do the bills at the dining room table or whatever, and she didn't handle it correctly, they could be watching that and they could have that fear. Well, the reason why they didn't get shoes growing up is because the mom or the dad mismanaged the money. That could be a fear. I mean, that could be in your spouse's the back of their mind that, you know what, I want to control the finances because I don't want that to happen to my kids. So there's always that fear too.
Yeah, there's so much, and that actually brings us to number 4, which is identify the root. Every symptom has a root. You're shaking the table.
Sorry.
Shaking.
Sorry, I got the cough. It's water.
Every symptom has a root. So if you are fighting about something and the spouse is extremely sensitive about something, what is the root of that? Is the root of that a fear? Is the root of that, or what's the root, like if they are spending uncontrollably? Is there a need in their life they're trying to fulfill, almost like alcoholism? Do they have a need for security? Do they have a need for love? Do they have a need for acceptance? Something. What are they using their money for that might be the root of something bigger? Sit down with your spouse and discuss that. You're going to find some interesting things, because money kind of is just the symptom or just the surface of what's going on, maybe topical. Deeper. Yeah. So number 4 was identify the root. Number 5, identify goals and purpose. What is your purpose for wanting to make a budget? What's your purpose for, as a couple? First discuss together what's your purpose separately, but then what is your purpose, and then come together with a goal. And that's going to change year to year. That's going to change season to season. So say you're in a spot where you've got a lot of debt. So your purpose and your goal is going to be maybe to get debt-free. So every decision you make financially is going to be aimed at that goal. So you're going to be a little tighter in that season of life. Maybe a later season, you're able to be a little bit freer, and maybe your goal and your purpose, maybe an overall purpose, is that you want to live an abundant life where you can give to others and be able to give out of that.
That's the Dave Ramsey financial piece. The last one of the baby steps is to save and to give. If you squander your money all throughout your entire lifetime, you won't have any money to save or to give. So this is a good purpose to have, to save, so you can help others. Because that's my
That your gift is love, or
yeah.
ambient, or what was it?
Ambient.
Yeah. I think so. We're gonna have to. We just learned these last night. Amiable.
Yep.
And I'm analytic, which totally sounds like me.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so come together and find out what your individual goals and purposes are for money, but then come together as a whole and what is your goal or purpose for that season, that year of your life. Maybe it's to buy a house. So maybe everything you're doing is to better your credit and better things, better your finances to buy a house.
Yep.
Maybe it's to put your kids through college. Maybe it's, so you guys sit down. It's going to be, every couple is going to be in a different season. Every couple's got different personalities. Every couple has got different goals. Don't base your goals on somebody else's.
Also, don't let your pride get in the way. Do not let your pride get in the way. If you think that you handle finances better and that you rule the roost and you have this figured out, well, you know what? If you give your spouse a little bit of, ability to talk it out or talk about it, you might be surprised with the ideas that they come up with that you didn't think about.
Exactly.
So
you're a team.
Don't shut them down.
You're
don't
on
think
the same
that you
team.
have financial all figured out, because you may not have thought of things that they think about. So that's another thing to ponder.
Yeah. So discuss it between the two of you.
Communication. Communication.
Number 6 is identify spoken and unspoken rules. So an unspoken rule, a spoken rule or an unspoken rule, I don't know, is that you're going to get upset if your spouse spends X amount without asking you. So
Here's an
set
example.
those in stone.
Here's an example. So if I call up the swimming pool company and I say, hey, I want to get a pool put in our backyard, and I haven't talked to her, you think it's going to be 4th of July? I think it's going to be the 4th of July. You talk about any big financial decisions like a swimming pool, a motorcycle, anything, a new car, whatever. Spoken rules up front, and then unspoken rules.
Yeah, you keep hitting the table. It's
Sorry.
bouncing the hole.
Sorry, don't need to shake the table.
So, also, an unspoken rule might be something that you've brought from your childhood when you've watched your parents do it. An unspoken rule might be that my mom and dad always did it like this, and so I'm expecting it to be like this.
Yep.
Well, your spouse doesn't know that.
Nope.
An unspoken rule might be some expectations you have, and you haven't said those to your spouse. Spoken rules, but basically make them all written down rules or verbal rules that you both agree on, that say, this is what's important to me. I think we should be a team. Don't pull money out of, I have a tendency to have, I like to have little accounts. I like to have things in categories. So
This is her building her dam.
So I have an account that is specifically for our 3 to 6 months in savings, so that there is protection if anything happens between, like our jobs or anything
or
like that.
health or whatever.
I like to have a separate one that's what we call our emergency fund, which they're both emergency funds, but we named them different. And that one is, $5,000 in case the car breaks down, or in case the fridge breaks down, or, all those things. So those are emergencies. I like to have, one that the bills are coming out of, and I like to have envelopes. So my unspoken rule, which I need to make spoken, would be you don't take out of the wrong account for the wrong item. Yes, there's money in there, but it's not, unless it's discussed between the two and moved over to the proper account. Because, those are my little playpens.
Yeah.
It protects.
Yeah, she has her little eggs in her different baskets.
Yeah.
Kind of like out there, but there's still safety, security. Her stress level is down here when she has all her little eggs in her different baskets.
So that's our marriage. It's not your marriage. That's important to me. That's my unspoken, but I have spoken that, and but we work around that.
I don't think I have any unspoken.
You
I
don't
think
have any unspoken?
I think I speak up.
Yeah.
I think I get it out there and say the spoken rules that I.
But
Although I'm a free spirit, so I don't have rules.
so your unspoken rule is that you need some freedom.
Yeah.
So
Freedom's good.
and we build that in.
You gotta have some fun.
He has some envelopes that have no title. It's whatever he has.
Hey, you want
Free money.
Going and getting a gluten-free pizza? Can go do it.
Yeah. So, anyways,
You gotta have something.
the point is to sit down. This entire thing is all about sitting down and discussing. And that brings us to number 7. Number 7 is identify a place and time to work together. So you need to be like, okay, on the 15th of the month, on the 1st of the month, on the 30th of the month, or every other Saturday, whatever you guys have discussed, we are going to sit down and discuss finances for the next month. Find a place and time that you guys can do that on a regular basis. It can be a quick little meeting, just a quick, how's everything going? Everything's going to be the same as last month. Yep, everything's going to be the same as last month. Let's keep the categories the same. Or it's going to be like, hey, we've been doing this budget for this month, and I noticed that we're all starving. We don't have enough money for groceries.
Time to adjust the budget.
So that's when you come together once every month, once every 2 weeks, whatever it is for you guys discuss, and that's where you discuss where there needs to be adjustments. And the budget is not a set in stone for the rest of your life. It is a fluid, evolving thing. Your kids at one point are going to have dance classes. Everything's going to kind of move and change.
Just for the record, the nerds tend to want to keep the budget set in stone. So the free spirits are going to have
forever.
Yeah, see? So the free spirits have to nudge them.
Like
we keep nudging them. We gotta move a little bit more money over into the fun zone.
Exactly. Like, hey, I can't eat off of this. I can't enjoy my life. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
we have $300 a month going into savings, but we have $50 for groceries. I think there's a problem with the budget.
That never happens, just so you know.
Not with her budget.
No.
Oh boy.
So, basically, what we're saying is that this is discussion points. Sit down together. Go over these. Find out who you're married to. Find out what their fears are. Find out what their dreams are.
Yeah.
We just really felt like you need to get together on communication and understanding before you can even take another step into anything else. And do it with respect and honesty. Do it with snacks.
Yeah, snacks help. Trust us, we know snacks help.
Yeah, do it together.
And you don't have to browbeat each other, and you don't have to always be right. You know, don't be such a anvil
Or a stick in the mud.
Yeah, on your spouse, you know. It's all about compromise.
Yeah.
It's all about listening. It's all about communication. It's all about compromise.
There's two of you in this marriage.
Yep.
Two personalities, two different things, and you can both be happy in that.
That's right.
If you have open communication and make it work and give and take.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, because I'm the nerd, I'm going to go over those steps really quick one more time. Just in case, and I will make Jay type them in the description.
Of course.
So, once again, get together with your spouse, communicate, understand your spouse, just at a nice, calm level. See who they are. See what's hurting them. Number one, identify your personalities. Figure out, why is it? How do you view money? How do you do things? Number two, identify your roles. Who's better at paying the bills, running errands and dropping off letters, to the mailbox? Who's better at doing the budget? Who's better at what? Identify your roles. Number three, identify your fears. There's something behind why you're so angry, or he's so angry.
Why you get pushback from your spouse. There's underlying issues.
Mm-hmm. And four, identify the root. Almost the same as fears, but this might even be different. Why are their habits? What's behind the habits that they have financially? Was it a bad marriage before? Was it a childhood? Just sit down and have a good discussion. Number five, identify the goals and purpose. What is it you want to do? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to have more freedom?
Savings, a peace of mind, just kind of a little bit shalom.
Do you want security? Do you want freedom? Do you want a little of both?
Yeah. And
take both personalities into consideration. Number six, identify your spoken and unspoken rules and write them out, talk them out. Don't be hidden about what you're expecting. Be very upfront. And number seven, identify a place and time to work together. Once a month, once every other week, whatever it is that works with you. But the point is, it's your marriage. You are a team. Work together.
Yep.
Anything more you want to say on that?
I was going to say, there's got to be a place where you can just enjoy, relax. Like we had said in other videos, you can go by a river, a creek, whatever. Just being outside. Ours is the backyard. We love our backyard, and we spend a lot of time out here in our backyard.
Yeah.
We love it.
The patio is great.
Yeah, and it's very relaxing, and it's easier to work on things for us while we're out here. So.
Definitely. Well, from our marriage to yours.
This is Jay and Krista helping you say I do forever. And remember, if you like this video or future videos or past videos, hit the subscribe button and follow along with us, and hit the bell if you want to know when we do another video. Okay.
And give us a like, comment, all of that stuff.
Interact. We'd like to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. If this is helping you, let us know.
See you guys.
See you.